Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first issue of the Comic Book Corner's Rapid Reaction. I'm Javi Guerrero, joined by my co-host, as always, JP Hernandez.
And we got, actually last week, on Monday, we got some breaking news. Very late at night, regarding the Spider-Man joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Spider-Man's joining the MCU, and I could not be more happy. I was like a kid on Christmas. I was doing backflips off my wall. I'm very excited about this news. What was your initial thoughts to the news?
Well, I was very surprised because it came very late at night. I think it was around 10:30 Central Time.
Yeah.
And my Twitter feed was loaded with comments, and people were so happy that Spider-Man's coming back home. First reaction, okay, I really don't care. I kind of felt bad for Andrew Garfield. He's not going to get to reprise the role. We'll talk about the specific details regarding that contract. But as long as we get good Spider-Man films, I'm happy.
That was my first reaction. Is like we're getting good Spider-Man movies again, which is like Spider-Man's like probably my third favorite superhero after Batman and Flash. So like Spider-Man's third for me. So he's my favorite Marvel hero by far. And I'm just really excited that we're getting some new Spider-Man. I do feel bad for Andy Garfield, so that's something that I'm not too happy about because I thought he did a great job as Spider-Man. He wasn't the problem with those movies.
Yeah, there's too many hands.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah. There's too many ideas that they never really got to the point of the actual crux of the story of Peter Parker, essentially. But one of the things that Sony's still retaining the rights to the character. They're just bringing him into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Exactly.
There's no fees between studios, so essentially it's a trade-off, a free trade-off.
Yeah, basically what that means is like Marvel doesn't get any of the money that Sony gets from the solo Spider-Man movies, and anything that Spider-Man is in that's a MCU movie. Let's say he's in Civil War, which is probably the biggest rumor right now that Spider-Man's going to be in in Captain America Civil War, that Sony wouldn't get any of the money from that either. Yeah,
the press release said that Spider-Man will be making an appearance first in one of the MCU films. The most logical choice is
Civil War, because I don't think he's gonna make his MCU debut in like Doctor Strange or anything like that.
And why would it be crucial for him to make an appearance in Civil War?
Well, he's like the focal point of Civil War. Civil War is like people think it's like Captain America and Iron Man's. It's the story with them, but like Spider-Man's like the guy you relate to. He's like kind of like the heart and soul of that book. He first off, he starts off being on the side of Tony Stark, which is the Superhero Registration Act. He's on Tony's side. He's for the Registration Act, which is like heroes would register for they would be for the Registration Act, which is like they would unveil their identity. That's what the government wants. They want to know who's what, and then Cap he doesn't want people to know who the secret identity is, stuff like that, basically.
The big issue with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's no secret identity.
No.
Everyone knows which superhero is, so it's kind of interesting how that's going to work within Spider-Man coming into the fold.
Yeah, because Spider-Man, one of his biggest thing is his secret identity. Like, he doesn't, like, no one knows who Spider-Man is, basically, except for the readers, obviously.
And actually, the first Spider-Man film standalone will be coming out July 28th, 2017, which made Marvel push their Captain Marvel, Black Panther, and Thor Ragnarok. They kind of took each other's
they all like went back a slot.
But I think one of the rumors that came out is Sony's looking at young actors, specifically high school age actors. Two of the names are not in talks, but potential.
They're the biggest rumors is Dylan O'Brien and Logan Lerman.
Who are both 23 years old.
Yeah,
I think they're younger than Andrew Garfield when he was cast. I believe he's 26, 27.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield's 31 right now. He looks like he's a high school kid still.
He does,
but they are looking for that young actor. So they want to explore more of Peter in high school, like that relationship he has, like fighting crime while being in high school still, which we really haven't seen in like a superhero film.
Yeah, because I guess they're both origin Spider-Man films, Sam Raimi's and Mark Webb's.
They touched on it for a little bit.
I mean, both films kind of rely more on the romance arcs of his character. So it'd be interesting how he handles both things, fighting crime, being a student, and some relationship between Aunt May, and possibly even working at the Daily Bugle. Yeah. So hopefully J.K. Simmons actually comes back. I think
that's what everybody wants, like, because no one wants to see anybody else as J. Jonah Jameson besides J.K. Simmons. He is perfect. So if I would say you can pick anybody to be Spider-Man right now, who's your guy?
Gosh, it's difficult. I know some of the names. I know Josh Hutcherson actually auditioned for the first film. Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's now Quicksilver in the Avengers. The one name I think would probably fit the mold is Freddie Highmore. You probably know movies from, I believe, the Willy Wonka film.
He was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and he was in Finding Neverland,
and he currently stars as Norman Bates on Bates Motel, and he's fantastic in that role. And there's actually this great addition, say, for Bates Motel, and he's doing the twit, the Spider-Man thing. But I love to see him. I think he could be a perfect Peter Parker, and I think he can do the comedic relief aspect of Spider-Man.
Like my guy, I think is Logan Lerman. He was the guy he was almost Spider-Man.
He was probably one of the top five contenders.
I think he was second after Andrew Garfield. Like I think he just looks like Peter Parker. He looks like Peter Parker. He can pull off. I liked him in Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I liked him in Fury. But like my one question is probably what you said that you like about Freddy, that he could pull off the comedic aspect. I'm not really sure if Logan can do that. I've never seen him like in that sort of a role.
Like the Percy Jackson's to some extent of some of his comedic relief. Mostly it's kind of like you said, Perks of Being a Wallflower and Fury are much more dramatic films.
Yeah.
Another name that I would love to probably see take the role is Anton Yelchin, who played.
He's in Star Trek.
He played Chekhov in Star Trek.
Yeah.
He was actually one of the big names that was up for the role back in 2010. He's actually, I think he's really funny. He's great as Chekhov.
Yeah.
He had this movie called Charlie Bartlett. He starred alongside Kat Dennings and Robert Downey Jr. It's a really fine little indie comedy. He's really good in it. But yeah, it's going to be difficult to choose the right character who can balance both sides.
Yeah, of Peter Parker being like that teenager in high school, like awkward, and then being Spider-Man, with witty comebacks and one-liners. But I saw Kingsman this past weekend, and I love Tyrone Egerton. Edgerton, I think that's the way you say it. And I think I know he was rumored to be Cyclops too, and and then he said in an interview that he would love to be Spider-Man, which is his favorite superhero. And I could really see him being Peter Parker after watching that movie. Like he can pull off the comedic aspect and also being a high school teenager.
But one more thing, when we get the first film, what villain do we want to see?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask, because I don't want to retread.
We've seen the Green Goblin.
We've seen Green Goblin twice. We've seen Sandman, Venom. I said Sandman already. Electro. I think Dr. Octopus. I think the only one that if we were doing a retread, the only one I would mind was probably Doc Ock, because he's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. So I wouldn't mind a retread of Doc Ock, but if I had my pick of a villain, maybe Vulture.
Vulture would be.
That'd be fun. Or Mysterio.
Mysterio is probably the one that fans been wanting for a long time. Another one's maybe the Chameleon. That would be really.
Maybe even Kingpin. Why not?
I mean, he's already in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the Daredevil Netflix series. But let us know what your comments below. Who would you like to see cast in the film role? What villains?
Anything else? Top of your head? No. Just let us know what you think, and thanks for joining us.